Well, howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at a Broadway Limited E9A. Now Broadway Limited, it's been a while since they produced the E units, especially the E9s. Last time I purchased an item from Broadway Limited that was an E unit was the E9ABA set from the Union Pacific Heritage Fleet, which has been years. It was when I first started modeling, so it'll be interesting to take a look at the E9s from Broadway Limited. This one also has some heritage to it. This is the Southern Pacific number 6051, which resides in the California Railroad Museum. So let's see what you get in the box next. Alright, Paragon 3, that means that the supplementary subwoofer that you can buy separately basically supplements the sound. That exploded diagram in here for parts. This will pretty much show you how it's put together because I never opened the shell. So if you're curious there, but there's numbers that correspond, so if you need a part you can order it. Paragon 3 manual, 27 pages long. Talks about all sorts of stuff, mostly the fact that they have 28 functions that do varying operations out of those functions. Limited 1-year warranty and Choo Choo Shoes flyer. Inside we have 6051 here. And we'll go ahead and pull that out. Looks just as sharp as the previous E units with that nice etched metal grill that runs down the side, but let's take a closer look next. Alright, we're going to start with the front of this long E unit. You got separately applied grabs, a headlight, and a Mars light, I think it's called, up on the front. Classification lights or marker lights up here. You've got metal coupler, grabs down here as well. Southern Pacific lines logo on the nose, very nicely done. 6051 on the number boards. Separately applied etched metal windshield wipers up top here. Got 2 air horns faced in the forward direction up top, and a coupler cut lever on the nose pilot here. This is a sharp, very aesthetically pleasing locomotive. Looks very, very good. I will give you a close-up here. As we look at the cab doesn't have cab figures installed. You can buy those separately from Broadway Limited now. I looked at their website the other day and they sell the cab figures separately. Radio-equipped logo on the side of the cab here. And then you see the start of the metal grating here for the grills that go all along the side, and separately applied grabs and windows all along the side. Nice fuel tank detail, nice truck detail as well. So pretty good looking. You've got the ribs where the bodies form together. Up and down you have rivet detail, and separately applied grabs on the rear along with the diaphragm back here, and some accessory hoses down on the bottom there. Now a lot of the detail is actually on the roof, so I will show you that as well. As we go up this side of the locomotive, you can start to see some of it, but I'm going to place the locomotive on the side so you can see all of it. Alright, I'm just going to zoom in and we'll take a closer look at the roof detail. You got winterization hatches up top, and you got fan grills along with some plumbing there, and rivet detail, and small latch detail along with lift rings as well. So very nicely detailed roof. Got the radiator fans. It's like dynamic brake fan, if I'm guessing correctly. And you've got that angled design of where the red meets the black there on the front. Apply track power here. Now Broadway Limited locomotives move one of 2 ways. You can either just start moving the locomotive, which activates the sound, or you can do an extended startup, which is F9. So I'll go ahead and do that extended startup now. there you have it. Now you have two sets of lit lights here. You've got lit number boards as well. We're going to listen to some sounds. Here's the bell, here's the horn. Very responsive horn, sounds good. There's an alternate horn on F-22, we'll check that real quick. Go back to the main horn for the rest of the video, but those are the two horn options you have by toggling F-22. There's several different sounds on Broadway Limited, but really what sets them apart is the fact that you can have some advanced sounds past F-14, such as passenger and freight announcements. So we'll play a couple of those. Alright, so what you have is just several sounds all the way up to F-28. They pack this puppy and all of their locomotives with a lot of different sound options. Not really enough time to cover them all. You got maintenance sounds, farm sounds, city background sounds, just a lot. You can also ramp up the diesel manually and ramp it down manually as well. We're going to move this thing at one speed step out of 128.
Today we are practicing the government policy. Hurry up and wait.
Very, very fine shuttering at one speed step, but pretty smooth. 2. 3. 4 and 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slight vibration of the shell at low speed steps all the way up to 10. 1 in reverse. 2.
Today we are practicing the government policy. Hurry up and wait.
3. 4. And 5. This has not been broken in at all, so it may require a little break-in to completely smooth out. Does seem to operate smoothly in the low 20 speed steps right out of the box.
Ready to go. Need you to run down on us. You are equipped and you're coming off CSN Charlie. Right, CSN Charlie.
So that's about 2.9 ounces, which equates to about 45 cars. This being primarily a passenger engine, I believe. It's no big deal. That should pull an easy 12 to 15 passenger consist or more, maybe 20, 25 even. Coupler height appears to be good off screen. I'm going to take a look at the wheel gauges real quick on screen, kind of mix this up here, and what tests are done on screen. Let's see, double check that one. Yep, good. So all these are in NMRA standards for both coupler height and wheel gauge. All right, we're gonna weigh the locomotive here. 1 1/4 pounds, 1 pound, 3.9 ounces, 19.9 ounces, 565 grams, 0.565 kilograms. So like I said, about 1.25 pounds, pretty good weight for a single A unit. Well, that's gonna do it for the review of the Broadway Limited Southern Pacific E9A unit, a very recent release, Paragon 3. Really sounds good, looks good. You've got that augmented sound with the Paragon 3 subwoofer that's always nice. One of my favorite features of just thinking outside the box in the hobby. Now, this Locomotive I think is well priced and it runs fairly smooth after you get into the lower teens and 20s speed step out of the box. I don't have time to break everything in and then do a review, so I'm sure with a break-in it would smooth out even more. But that was the only issue I could really find in the review at all. Let's pretend that 6051 is operational and UP pairs up with them to do a little bit of an excursion. So we have some UP cars pulled by this locomotive, and you can see that in the final run by, and we will see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.